Hey, what's up everyone and welcome to today's video. This channel's regular broadcast is interrupted for a special coverage of the first solo series of Wolverine. It's a limited series of 4 parts published by Marvel Comics in 1982. In the previous episode we saw Wolverine going to Japan after having taken out a bear in his hunter in Canada. He went to Japan to find his love interest Mariko, who he had tried to get into contact with. She appeared to have married a man due to obligations of the Yashida family clan. Her father Shingen had returned after having disappeared for years and took back control of the clan. Wolverine got poisoned and then confronted by him and found himself beaten in a sword fight and dumped in the streets of Tokyo. After which he got picked up by an unknown lady who claimed him for herself. Issue number 2. Wolverine is being woken up by a woman, but he can't quite place her voice. He wakes up slowly, still hurting, but can't really remember what happened to him. The woman sounds frantic and terrified, and once he finally opens his eyes, he sees why. They are surrounded by several ninjas. Wolverine attacks them and manages to take them outside in a melee. The problem is that outside, there are more ninjas waiting for him. A lot of them. The lady introduces herself as Yukio and explains to Wolverine he owes her his life. She tells Logan that these ninjas are professional assassins from the clan of the Hand. Slowly, Wolverine is getting back into it. He remembers where he is, what he came to do here, and what had happened to him. His superhuman abilities as a mutant, but also his adamantium implants help him survive the attack. Wolverine and Yukio get separated as she gets cut in her arm by one of the ninjas. She doesn't make a sound, but her arm is pretty much useless. She drops to the ground and one of the ninjas moves in for a final blow. So Wolverine takes out his claws and uses them on the ninjas around her, drawing in the others in the process. Yukio is familiar with the Hand and figures Wolverine doesn't stand a chance. But Wolverine dealt with him accordingly, standing over a pile of ninjas with himself only having a couple of cuts. This battle reminds him of his work as an agent for the Canadian intelligence and how much he missed it. He hears the police arriving while he's looking at Yukio and figures it's best for them not to be here when they get here. He picks her up and takes her away. He has some questions for her. Back at the hotel, Yukio finds out by surprise that most of Logan's wounds have already closed and are just scars now. She envies having the traits he has, including the metal in his body, and asks how she could acquire that. She says that she would give her soul for them. Logan asks why she would want them, and Yukio explains that she would want them to be able to defend herself and slay her enemies. Wolverine asks her how she got on the Hand's bad side, and Yukio explains she fears their master, who is a crime lord with ambitions to rule Japan, to become the power behind the throne. Wolverine tells her she is safe as long as he is around, while he puts his hand on her shoulder. She draws the weapon, telling him she can fend for herself, but he instinctively grabs her arm. He hurts her, but she doesn't show it. He compliments her and she teases him as they get affectionate with one another. Logan had been noticing things about her he likes, but when Yukio moves on top of him, he can't respond to it. He's seeing Mariko's face as he looks at Yukio's. He gets up, she tells him he should give in to the attraction, but he walks away. Yukio then thinks to herself that Mariko is not worthy of his love and that he belongs to her. Sometime later, in Tokyo's upper-class Meguro district, Mariko and her husband Noburo are demanding an audience with Mariko's father Shingen. They have been waiting for quite a while now, but Shingen's assistant tells them he's still busy in a conference at the moment. Another woman walks in, demanding to see Shingen as well. Shingen's assistant asks her if she has an appointment, and she tells him she doesn't, while she grabs him by his tie. She proceeds to walk past the assistant and he informs Shingen through the intercom that she's coming, that she's very insistent. Shingen tells the woman he didn't summon her, and to leave while she still can. It's Yukio, and she asks him who will throw her out, insulting his age, but a door slides open. One of the Hand ninja approaches her, but she deals with him. Apparently Shingen and Yukio had a deal. The attack of the Hand was supposed to be a deception, to win Wolverine's sympathy, but the Hand was aiming to kill. She wants to know why, as she threatens him to not get on her bad side. Shingen puts her in a place while grabbing her, telling her Wolverine would have known if it was a ruse if the Hand hadn't attacked him with conviction. Being his premier assassin, he also needed to make sure that she is ready and worthy of her next task. Her next target is heavily guarded. in such a way that even the hand was not able to take him out. He tells Yukio that her next target, Katsuyori, will be in a supposed peace conference with Mariko and her husband and will figure himself safe with her being there. That's when Yukio should strike. She asks what will happen if something goes wrong, and Shingen tells her that she will die if Mariko is even slightly harmed. He tells her that after this task is done, he wants her to deal with Wolverine as well. Yukio complies, telling him that both men are as good as dead. The next day, Wolverine and Yukio make their way to Crime Lord Katsuyori's stronghold. Logan noticed how Yukio was being edgy earlier, and he tried to figure out what's going on. Yukio told him that she had bet with Katsuyori, trying to settle things between them, but it didn't work out. She tells him there's only one way to save her, and that's to take Katsuyori out. Logan suggests an alternative to threaten him, but Yukio tells him he doesn't scare easily. Wolverine will see about that though. Yukio tells Logan that she has a lead on him, and they try to infiltrate the location. Wolverine takes out the guards one by one. Yukio says he should have killed them, but he says they'll be long gone before they recover. They never saw them, so killing them serves no real purpose. She says they're enemies and deserve no less. Her bloodthirstiness reminds him of himself, and he figures that's why he likes her. They continue as they find out the place is well protected with electronics, next to a small army of guards. They manage to get inside the theater, and Wolverine recognizes 2 of the 4 people in attendance as they see both parties meet and get seated for the play. Wolverine is shocked to find Mariko and her husband here. Noburo wants to get to business, but Katsuyori tells him to wait until after the play as he insults Noburo. Wolverine knows the play being performed and appreciates the story and the performer's skill. But at the high point of the show, he figures out Katsuyori's ace in the hole. As the kabuki, playing the role of the samurai in the play, draws his katana blade, he figures it out. The actor is an assassin aiming for Mariko. Wolverine is just in time to counter the attack. The samurai shifts his focus to Wolverine as he notices his counterattack. They pass mid-air and they cut one another. But Wolverine's cut was lethal as the samurai drops dead next to Mariko. The other actors are assassins as well, and Wolverine tells them that if they want to get to Mariko, they will have to go through him. They say they will, and Wolverine tells them it will be their funeral. Katsuyori and his wife escape as he slaps Noburo, and once outside they find his bodyguards dead. They step into their car as it suddenly explodes. The explosives were detonated by Yukio, who was waiting for them around the corner. Inside, Wolverine is enjoying the melee as he can slash all he wants, but his opponents have to be careful as to not strike one another. One of his enemies is able to strike him, but his sword hits one of the adamantium lace bones. The pain of the cut drives Wolverine berserk, and in a matter of minutes the battle is done, with Wolverine being the victor. Logan is the only one standing, with his enemies lying on the stage, breathing, yet beaten. Wolverine feels sick and great at the same time. He went into a berserker rage, and he sees Mariko looking at him. Tears running down her cheek, as she's never seen him this way. It is a side of Logan that he had never wanted her to see. She can't hide her emotions, as she looks at him with wide eyes, covering her mouth. She turns away and walks off without a word, not looking back either. At that moment, Logan realizes what was once between them, whatever they might have had, it is over now. And Yukio watches this unfold, and she likes what she's seeing. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. You can help in growing this channel by hitting the like button and by subscribing. This tells YouTube that the videos I'm making should be recommended to others, and it would be very much appreciated. See you next episode.